name is Jerica, and you are watching Shelf Love with Dee. And of course, we have the infamous Eden, who is always present in these videos, trying to keep her distracted in the background. More than likely, she will end up in this video. Anyways, I thought I'd hop on here and do a quick book tag. I was watching Kayla's Bookish Vibes, and she had did it and invited any other booktubers who would like to join in on it as well. So I thought it'd be a fun way to kind of have a little chit chat and get to know, or allow you guys to get to know me better. So the first question is, how do I choose my next book? I've said it before, I am a cover reader. I am a mood reader. I'm learning that more as I get back into reading. But it pretty much is kind of how I feel. I love romance. I love historical fiction. I'm dipping into mystery and thriller. And it really just kind of depends on the mood that I'm in. I am learning that my taste is changing, and I am also becoming a seasonal reader, and that may have to do with the influence of Bookstagram, because I'm seeing all these fall books coming out now, and it's making me want to read them, and it's fitting, of course, for the season. So it really just depends on the mood that I'm in. Question number 2 is, do you buy or borrow? As of now, I borrow from Libby in my local library. I hope to one day soon be able to start buying them. I don't mind checking out from the library. I will always support the library. However, it does kind of make me feel rushed and forced to only read from that selection that I have. Of course, they are books that I would like to read, but because they're due back in a certain amount of time, I feel bad that other people are waiting on them. It kind of forces me to kind of just not rush to reading them, but have to read them like back to back to get them back to the library so that the next person can read it, which also sometimes makes you feel bad because I'm trying to finish a book and then Miss Eden or my other ones are wanting my attention, and I'm like, I need to finish this book. So I would love to have my own personal library so that I can read at a pace that's much more fitting for my lifestyle, and be able to really just kind of soak into the story and the characters in the book a little bit more without feeling rushed. All right, question number 3 says, one book at a time or juggle? I am the juggling queen. I have missed reading so much, and now that I'm back into it, I'm like, give them all to me. So what I've noticed is most of the time I have 1 to 2 books on audio, and that could be through Audible or it could be through Libby. Then I'll have one on my Kindle, and then I'll have a physical book. Most of the times, like piggybacking off of Kayla, they are different genres. Right now, I am reading an arc that is a romance on my Kindle. So I'm reading kind of 2 romance right now, not by choice, but because I need to get that review to NetGalley as soon as possible. So that's another thing that I've said in another video. I want to say it again. If you've never been an arc reader, I know it sounds so exciting, and it is a blessing to be able to read those books before they come out. Just be careful about your commitments, how many you commit yourself to read, and the time frame that you have, or for the publishing date and the archive date. But yeah, as of right now, I juggle. The more the merrier, and like I said, usually I'll have one of each type of read. So an e-read, audio, and a physical book. Okay, so I had to pause for a second to help Miss Eden out. So the next question, number 5. Oh, I skipped around, my bad. Number 4, DNF a bad book or keep going? Again, this has been something that I have discussed before. I have an issue with DNFing books. I have an issue with feeling like you started it, finish it, see it through to the end. It could get better. However, I am getting a lot of recommendations from like Bookstagram, and before I got off TikTok, I was getting them from TikTok, and I'm noticing more and more that I have my own, taste and style of reading. So if I get a recommendation, I'm reading the book and I'm not enjoying it, I've been like just burrowing through. Sometimes I'm like skim reading, skipping pages, and I'm not enjoying my time. I was telling my husband that reading is something I enjoy, so I don't want it to feel like a chore. Again, another reason why I will not be signing up for a lot of ARCs again. But I want to read books that I enjoy. So I have decided, y'all, making this declaration now that starting today, I am going to DNF books. And it's no shade to the author. It's just all about preference and taste. And not everyone's writing style is not for me. That's why there's so many different books and genres, because you can pick what you like to read. Number 5, physical, audio, or ebook, all the above. Always. I try to keep books ready on my ebook and like Libby or Audible, because just in case I haven't made it to the library to get physical books, I always have something to read. So I'm in the car or cleaning, whatever, and listening to a book. And now that I have a Kindle, I do the ebooks as well. Because I didn't like reading on my phone. So for the longest before, I wouldn't do ebooks. But now that I have my Kindle, it's a lot better on my eyes. So give me all the above. Number 6, read the classics or not. I have read a couple of classics due to school, but even outside of school. As an adult, I read Little Women. Reading classics is something that I would like to tune more into, or that I would like to start doing more of. Black classics and every other type of classic as well. I got a lot of recommendations from Lex Reads, so I will plan to do like a classic series, because I would just like to read some of those to be able to say that I did. But we won't have a problem DNFing if we are not enjoying it, so just keep that in mind. But I do think it's nice. I think it's a good idea to read things from the past that people have worked hard on, especially before women were allowed to write and be authors and publish in their own name and things like that. So I'd like to check into it. Again, if I don't enjoy it, I will DNF it, but I do plan to read a few classics. Bookmark or dog ear. I am a bookmarker, but I will use anything as a bookmark. Anything works. And if I don't have something that I feel comfortable putting in the book that won't ruin the pages, I'll just close it and, figure out where I left off when I pick the book back up. But I don't know what it is. My younger me would dog ear a page and not think anything of it. But adult me, every time I even think about it, because let's say I can't find a bookmark, I'm like, just dog ear. And I'm like, oh, don't do it. I just can't do it. I can't. I don't know if it's like destruction of property or something. But yeah, so I'm a bookmark queen, and I will use anything as a bookmark. Last question is, allow people to borrow your books or nah? Okay, so as I just said, as of now, I don't really have a book collection. I'm starting from scratch. I have a few books that I've won from giveaways, but I don't have a large collection. So with that being said, I feel like I will not let people borrow my books because they cost a lot. They mean a lot to me. What they mean to me, they won't mean to other people. And I will definitely feel some way if I lend someone my book and get it back in a condition that I didn't give it to them in. And I don't want to ruin their relationships because they didn't take care of my stuff. So maybe I will let them use my Libby, check it out for them, order them the book, have it shipped to their house or something like that. But I can't see, once I finally get a collection, loaning those books out, unless it's like my mom or something, because I see her so often, I know I'll get it back. But yeah, I just can't see it. And even me, in the past, again, this is like high school days, but my homegirls, especially when it came to urban fiction, we would be swapping books, and I kept a lot of those books. I mean, not on purpose. I just looked at them like, oh dang, I still got so-and-so's books. So no, I won't be one of those ones that will loan my books out. Like I said, just what reading means a lot to me. My books mean a lot to me. As my shelf grows, I just get so excited. And I know, reading and books don't mean what they mean to me to everyone else. So, all right, well, that's it, y'all. Just a quick little book tag to get to know me a little better. If you are a booktuber, please feel free to jump in on this tag and tag me in there so I can watch it. Again, if you are new to this channel, thank you for watching. If you're returning subscribers, thank you for coming back in and rocking with me. If you've made it this far, I ask that you leave me a green heart in the comment section to let me know that you made it to the end. And until next time, don't forget to show yourself some love today.